Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. Hope you are doing good. Thank you so much guys for always coming back. Thank you so much guys for helping me reach 170k subscribers. I wouldn't have been able to reach this goal if it wasn't for your love and support. Thank you so much guys. I really appreciate you all. May God bless you all. So without further ado, let's get straight to what we are here. So guys, this is what we're going to be making today. I'll be using 3 yards of fabric, roughly 3 yards of fabric. I don't think I'll be able to consume the whole 3 yards. So I have my fabric folded into 2. This is the front and this is the back. So we are making a shirt dress. I have a 2¼ inches for button overlap here. This is the front panel and this is the back panel. I'll be cutting both of them together. The length of my dress is 44 inches. For the shoulder measurement, I'll be using 31 inches for this part. So I want it up to here. I'll measure right from my back midpoint all the way to my round sleeve here. So what I have is 31 inches. So I will mark 31 inches here. So this is 31 inches. Usually my shoulder measurement divided by 2 is 8 inches. I extended it and added about 23 inches to it. So I will place the neckline. I will take 3 inches for the wideness of the neck, 1 inch for the back depth, and 3 inches for the front depth. I'll make a curve here and make a curve here. So I will go to the ends here and mark 1½ inches for shoulder slope. I will connect the shoulder slope to the neckline. I hope you guys can see it clearly. I'm using a pink chalk. Fabric is like multicolor fabric. I won't be needing much measurement for this tutorial. So I'll measure from shoulder to hip. From shoulder to hip is 24 inches. So I will go down 2 inches from the hip line. So I'll mark 27 inches here. I'll make a straight line here. Right on this line, I will place the hip measurement. So 1/4 of the hip measurement is 11½ inches. The hip is 46 inches divided by 4 is 11½ inches. I will add 1 inch for sewing allowance and add 2 to 3 inches for ease. I will add 2 inches for ease. So what I will do, I will go back to the other side to place the round sleeve. I'll be adding elastic to the tip of the dress. My round sleeve here is 9 inches. Divided by 2 is 4½ inches. Instead of marking 4½ inches here, I will times it by 2 because I'll be adding elastic here, 3 steps. So I will make it a little bit wider. I will times it by 2, so I'll mark 9 inches here. I'll add ½ inch for sewing allowance. Okay. So this is 9½ inches, right from the shoulder slope to this place is 9½ inches. So this is my round sleeve. So I will curve it from here to this line where I placed the hip measurement. So I came down 3 inches from the hip measurement. And I placed my hip measurement here and added 2 inches for ease and 1 inch for sewing allowance. So right from here I will connect it to this place. So this is the line. So I didn't curve it, I just make a straight line from the arm opening to this place. So from here I'll bring it down to the down part. I will use my French curve to make it curve here. So I made a curve here. I will go ahead and cut it out. I'll cut the back neckline. I'll cut out slope. So I'll cut it right from the bottom. So I'll bring out the front panel and then cut the neckline. So I'll cut the front neckline. I cut out the neckline and split the front open. I'll be cutting out the collar and the collar stand as we move on. We are done with the cutting. I will start with the front part. So we go ahead and then sew the button overlap. I will take 1/4 of an inch and take 1.5 inches and fold it like so. I will sew it all the way from the neckline to the bottom of the dress. I will do the same thing for this side. So guys, I'm done stitching the button overlap. So we'll go ahead and join the shoulders together. I will lay both front and back against each other. Right side facing right side. I will take one part of the front, place it on this side, take the other part and place it on this side. And normally, if you are making a shirt dress, the back is always bigger than the front. But for this kaftan dress, I want both the front and the back to be equal. You make sure the button overlap each other. So place it like so. I'll use half inch to join the shoulders. I will not be joining the side yet. Reason being that I'll be adding shirring elastic to this side. I would like to join only the shoulders before adding the shirring elastic to it. I've finished joining the shoulders. So we go ahead and work on the bottom of the sleeve. This is my round sleeve. Remember, I doubled this side. I'll be using elastic thread for this side. So I will open it like so. So this is the shoulder, this is the round sleeve. So I'll open it up. I will come down 3 inches from the tip of the sleeve. I'll mark 3 inches. Make a 3 inches line. From the top here, 3 inches. So I will add about 3 lines. I will add one here, one here, one here. So from these 3 inches, I'll go up by ½ inch, then come down by ½ inch. So these 3 lines, I will sew my elastic thread on these 3 lines. I will do the same thing for the other side. I will show you guys how you can stitch it. So this is my bubble. So I have blue elastic thread here. You don't necessarily need the matching elastic thread. So I've wound the elastic to my bubble. So what I will do is to take this to the bubble case. This will go inside. While the normal thread will go up, and I'll be using a matching thread for the normal thread. So I will use this to bring the down part out. I will stitch the first line. Before you stitch it, make sure you hem this side. I've already hemmed my sleeve. Yeah, my sleeve. So make sure you hem the tip of the sleeve. So I'll start from here. You don't need to pull it, just sew it normal. Just make a normal stitch. Cut it. Okay, so I'll make the second one. As you're making the second line, you just put the gather away. You're not stretching it, you're not pulling it, you just take the gather away. So you make sure you stitch it on the right side though. If you're stitching it, you place it on the right side. I'll make the last one now. I'll make the last line. I'm pushing it. You will do the same thing for the other side. That's just it. So can you see how beautiful this look? Yeah. We'll do the same thing for the other side. So what we are going to do is to turn the dress to the wrong side and then sew the side of the dress. Make sure the button lap each other before joining the sides together. 1 inch is our sewing allowance. So this is the sleeve. I will sew it right from here all the way to the bottom. I will do the same thing for the other side. Then hem the bottom of the dress. So guys, I'm done joining the side. So this is the round sleeve. So what we are going to do next is to cut out the collar and the collar stand. I've done a series of video where I make the dress and the collar together. I don't supposed to be doing it again. I will measure the neckline round. The neckline is 18 inches. So the collar is 18 inches. I'll be cutting out 19 inches collar stand and collar. I will cut the collar stand before cutting out the collar. I'm cutting out 2 collar stands, so I folded it into 2. I have 2.5 inches here. I want the collar stand to be 1.5 inches after sewing it. So I will add 1 inch to the collar stand, making it 19 inches. So I will fold it into 2. So I'll look for the midpoint. I will go to this side and go inside by 1/2 inch. I will connect it from here to here. I will slantly connect it from here to here. I'll connect it from here to here, slantly connect it, and I will also make a curve here at the upper part here. I will also curve this side to make this side. So I'll cut this out. Cut out this side. So I will split this place open. So I'll split it open. I have 2 collar stands. I will iron interfacing on one side. So go ahead and cut out the collar. So I folded my fabric into 2. Now we still cut out 19 inches for the collar stand. I folded it into 2 because I'm cutting out 2 collars. And I want it to be 2.5 inches after sewing it. I have 3.5 inches here. I'll use 1 inch for sewing allowance. So I'll go ahead and fold it like so. So this is the midpoint. I will go inside by 1/2 inch. I will go to this side and mark 8 inches. It's folded into 2. So I will reduce this side. The collar stand will be longer than this other part. That is why I'm adding 8 inches on this side. So I will connect it from here to here. So I will connect it like so. I will also connect from this 8 inches to this 1/2 inch. If you think you're confused. So I will go ahead and cut it out. Two collars here. I will split it open. I have 2 collars here. I will iron interfacing on one of the collars and iron interfacing on one of the collar stands. So this is the collar stand and this is the collar. So I ironed interfacing on one of the collars and one of the collar stands. So I will join the collars together, right side facing each other. So I will turn it like so. You can use a 1/4 inch or 1/2 inch to join them here, here, and this side. So after I've done that, I will add my button and the button holes to the dress. I'll mark 4 inches interval between each buttons. Yeah, I'll go up by 1 inch. I will start my buttons from here. So this is 4 inches. My buttons will be on this side, while the button holes will be on this side. So I'll mark 4 inches all the way to the down part. So this is the bottom of the dress. I will leave about 3 or 4 inches space here. I'll do the same thing to this side. That's the button hole. I'll make 4 inches interval between each button holes. I will use hand needle to attach my buttons. So I'll be attaching about 10 buttons. I'll finish stitching the buttons to the dress. So I also stitched the buttonholes. After stitching it, I made a cut here. So this is the collar. After stitching the collar, I turned it inside out and made a top stitch here. So I will be joining the collar and the collar stand together. I will take one of the collar stand, place it like so. I will sew this straight side to the neckline. This is one of the collar stand. I will take the collar, look for the midpoint of the collar and the midpoint of the collar stand. I will match them together. The side I ironed interfacing is on top. So this side is right side of the collar stand, is facing right side of the collar, and the right side of the upper part is facing right side of the collar. I will take this and place it like so, match the midpoints together. The one I iron interfacing is up. So I will use that finish to join them together here. I will sew it all the way to this side. I will leave about 1/4 inch or 1/2 inch unsewed. I will join this to the neckline. I will do the same thing for this side. So I'm done joining the collar stands and the collar together. I will make a notch round and turn it inside out. So this is the midpoint. So I will take it to the neckline and match it to the back midpoint. Take the first collar stand. I will stitch it around the neckline. I will pin them together. I will take this to the other side. So I will sew this, that's the first collar stand. I will sew this to the neckline. I'll use a 1/4 of an inch or 1/2 inch to join them together. And after I've done that, I will take the second collar stand and use it to cover up the first one and sew it around again. I'm done attaching the collar to the dress. You can add button to the upper part here if you like. And we're done with the dress. Let me turn it to the back side. And this is the button. So that's it for today. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you guys in my next one. Please subscribe to my channel if you're here for the first time. I love you all.